down the outer part of Banks Peninsula, and there will be a big old fur seal or two lying fast asleep on the rocks somewhere. Oh, a big yawn there. You know, we're watching them on the rocks here and we're thinking to ourselves, geez mate, you've got a good life, lying in the sun, doing a bit of sunbathing. Well, they have to actually do this. And what they're doing is they're warming up that thick layer of fat between their skin and their body. They're filling up their lungs, their blood, and even their muscles with oxygen. And then later on this afternoon or this evening, they'll go off and do a little bit of feeding. Now, these seals are unbelievably good fishermen. They can dive to depths of up to 600 feet. And they can hold their breath for anywhere between 8 and 12 minutes. Now, what enables them to do that is that they do also store oxygen in their muscles. One of the few mammals that can do that. And unlike the Hector's dolphins, you remember I was telling you they were limited to something about a foot long because they swallow their food whole. Not so these big seals. They're quite happy to catch something much larger, like an eel or an octopus. They'll then break that up into a more manageable lump, and they're able to deal with it from there. But if you look very, very closely at them, you might be able to notice on them they've got little whiskers around their mouth, a bit like cat's whiskers. Now, those whiskers are to help the seals determine what's happening in the water around them. Now, they've got great eyesight underwater, you know, it's far, far better than yours and mine. But imagine being 600 feet down. There's not a lot of the sun's light getting that far into the water. So those whiskers are to pick up the vibrations of any other fish out there. So the seal can decide, yep, that's a little fish, I'm going to have that. Or no, that's a big fish, I'm going to keep well out of the way of that. He might be wanting to come and have me. You know, seals are mammals. And just like you and I, they're just like the dolphins. They breathe air and they feed their young a high protein milk to give them that initial growth spurt. Now their milk is very, very high in protein and fat. Now, we're looking over here and we're thinking to ourselves, there's a lot of pups in there, but I can't see too many mums. What's happening? Well, what does mum have to do if she's going to feed her pup a high protein milk? She's got to keep eating herself, doesn't she? She can't just spend all day lying on the rocks here, sunbathing and doing a bit of babysitting. She's got to go out and feed so that she can produce that milk. So what the females will do is they'll stash their pups in the rocks here for hours, sometimes maybe even a whole day, while they'll go off feeding. And we'll often come past here in the evening or late in the afternoon, and the little pups will be going mad, squealing their heads off, saying, come on mum, it's time you came home, I'm getting hungry, I need to feed. But another great place to see fur seals too is if you're driving north, is beside the road, just past Kaikoura. There's often loads of them sunbathing on the rocks there. But if you decide you want to stop your car and go and have a look, just have your wits about you, won't you? Because if you get between the water and one of them, they will come charging out at you and give you a real fright. I don't think that they would ever actually hurt you, but gee, they'll give you a good fright. I've spent many a time running away from one of those as a child. The best thing to do is just stop on the side of the road and watch them from up on the road. You want to give them plenty of space. you guys look right.